welcome back to my channel. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Tell your friends so they can tell their friends so we can all be friends. My name is Boitumelo Modise. If you're new to this channel, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. By the title of this video, you can already tell what we're going to be talking about. So without further ado, let's jump right into the video. So I am trying to start a new segment talking about what I do in the USA, trying to help other people. So I'm going to talk everything au pair. And just to make a little disclaimer, I wasn't lying or trying to deceive anybody when I did not want to discuss what I was doing in the US. I just felt like, my experience in itself wasn't as pleasant as I expected it to be in the beginning. So it was really hard for me to tell people what I do because I knew that the next question was, how is it? And I didn't want to lie to people and say, oh, it's great. None of that. So I knew that eventually I'll be in a comfortable place where I will talk about it and tell people about it and just give my review on it. So I guess this is the time whereby I'll be talking about my experience and also giving people tips and also telling people about different agencies that they can use to travel if they want to come to America as an au pair or do summer camps or many other different opportunities. I feel like most opportunities that I know and that are authentic and real, I'll be able to share about them and let people know about them. So I wrote a couple of stuff that I really wanted to talk about. So I wrote things that happened in the first family and the second family. I think for this video, I might not talk about two families at once. Somebody's calling me. Hold on. Hey sis. I'm actually filming. What's up?
Bye.
Ciao. Ciao.
Okay, yeah.
Ciao. Alright, so that was my sister trying to talk to me. But I gotta put y'all as priority, child. I'ma do this. But anyway, I mean, technically, I'm being honest, at the same time, she's also my priority. So with the first family that I had, they reached out to me, read their profile, and they were amazing. And I like the fact that they were Christian because that is one thing that I also wanted. I didn't want to be with another family that has a different religion because I kind of felt like it will just clash, because it's just not, it would just not be compatible. That's what I thought, right? You understand? And one thing that the agency teaches you is that you gotta have an open mind when you decide to, au pair for different families, because no family can be perfect. There's no family that is perfect. So you just have to have an open mind. So yeah. And also that is one thing that I had to learn the hard way, because I thought everything was gonna be exactly how I wanted it to be, and it wasn't the case. Like I said, I chose this family because I felt like we were very compatible for each other, and then everything was finalized. I paid the agency, I also got my visa done, and everything was sorted, and I was ready to come to the US. I was initially supposed to come in April, but because of COVID, I ended up coming in June. It was a hard lockdown, and nobody was allowed to travel, but by the grace of God I was able to travel because we were put on a chartered flight, and I got to the USA, right? So I met the family at the Atlanta airport and we went home. So on our way home, it's when it really sunk in for me that, I'm so far away from home and it's gonna be an interesting journey. So we got home, everybody was excited, the kids were happy to see me, it was nice. They showed me the whole entire house, gave me a tour, and they showed me my room, and I was making myself comfortable, unpacking. I think I unpacked on the first day and all of that. Great. We hung out as a family. I was tired, I was super jet lagged, and I went to go sleep. Yeah, that's what happened. So anyway, fast forward, right? Normally they give you like, I think a week or like 3 days to kind of get used to the house, kind of get used to the family before you officially start working. So I think they gave me like, I don't know if they gave me like a week or like 3 days. And then I started working officially, but then, you know, they kind of helped me, guide me, show me how things were done, whatnot, which was great. And eventually I got the hang of it, right? So I was working. And I remember one thing that we spoke about, me and that family, was the fact that I really wanted weekends for myself. I really wanted to use weekends to go out and meet new people and just see the place, you know, because I'm fascinated about Atlanta. I used to watch a whole lot of movies and shows that people shot in Atlanta, and I was just like, you know, Atlanta is the place to be. I just want to see everything. I want to go see the world of Coca-Cola, whatnot, you know, stuff like that. So they weren't really keen to me going out, although on the call when I was back at home, they were like, yeah, you can use your weekends to just travel and see Atlanta. They weren't comfortable with that at all. And I kind of let it slide a little bit, but you know, I wasn't too comfortable with it because I mean, you guys are not sticking to what you guys said when I was back at home. And one thing that I knew was that when I came to their family, they did have an au pair, but they said to me that the au pair's term is done and she's going back home, so they needed a new au pair, right? I never got to meet the au pair. I kind of felt like it was gonna be awkward-ish, you know. I wish I did meet her, because I should have asked so many questions about them, like what type of people are they, you know, stuff like that. So I did not do that. But anyway, I'll get to the whole au pair situation at the end, okay? So fine, I work. So now, because we agreed that weekends are not working, automatically the first weekend I thought I was not working, so like it is what it is, you know. And Saturday I'm just free, doing my own thing, chilling in my room, practicing makeup, watching TV, whatnot, you know, because I wasn't technically allowed to really go out, right? So I was just doing things in my room. And on Sunday did the same, you know, just chilling. Kids weren't really engaging with me at that time, and I really tried to be their friend, come up with different games, try to teach them new things, but they really weren't there. Like, they did not even want to try and be my friend, whatnot, you know. I think maybe happy it was because I was maybe a little strict-ish, I don't know. I probably might have been, because I mean, I would always ask them, did you do your work? Let me see. Or like, okay, go do your work, go brush your teeth. I remember there was one kid that, dude, she was like 7 or 6, but you'd have to remind her on a daily that go brush your teeth. So I would ask her, did you brush your teeth? She probably didn't. She would say, okay, I'm gonna go brush my teeth. I don't know if she did or did not, because I didn't ask after that. So she would go do her own thing. And then there was this other one that really liked isolating herself. She wouldn't want to talk to me, or she would talk if I asked her a question. Other than that, she wouldn't really care. And then I figured that, okay, let me introduce myself and make myself make them a little bit more comfortable to speak to me, and just tell them that, hey, I'm here, I'm your au pair, whatnot. I would love to have a conversation with you guys. I'd love to be your friend, you know what I mean? And I tried that, and they responded in a great way, and I thought we'd be friends, you know. So I started doing cool stuff, like, okay, let me cook certain snacks and get them to try, because in my mind we're doing an exchange of, you know, cultures and understanding each other, and you know, getting to know more about each other. And I was like, okay, let me make this cool snack. I made these cool little pizzas made out of bread, whatnot. And I remember one of the kids just looking at it and like, no, I'm not gonna try that. And because she said she did not want to try that, automatically the younger one was like, I don't want to try that too. The older one was like, I'm not hungry. And obviously there was the baby wouldn't eat it because she's young, you understand. She's probably 1 around that time. So they were like, no, this is disgusting, but they said I can make it. Like they were like, we're willing to try, you understand. So the kids were super rude. I tried to be their friend, but they wouldn't just let me. And I remember asking the mom that we should have a conversation, right? And I told her how I felt. I was like, you know what? I just feel like the kids are not being comfortable around me. They do not want to, you know, really talk to me. I tried the other day with board games and I was like, okay, let's play board games. And they were like, we'll let you know when we're not busy. This is a 9-year-old saying that to me, or however old she was, 8, I don't know. But I was offended because I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm really trying. I'm really showing you guys that I really want to be your friend, but you guys are just, you know, not interested, you know. And over the call, when I was back at home, they seemed very interested. They would ask me questions and like, how are you doing? We're excited that you called us. You know, they showed so much energy. And when I came, it was totally different. And I was just like, wait a minute, what happened? You understand? And I was just like, okay, I don't know what to do at this point because basically I'm supposed to be doing all the crafts with you guys. I'm supposed to make sure that you guys ate. I'm supposed to make sure that you guys are okay. And if you guys are not allowing me in your guys' bubble, it's making it really hard because at that time I'm just like, then what am I doing here? It seems like everything is figured out, you understand? So that's what I said to the mom. And also I raised up the issue of, you know, the fact that I am doing things that I'm not even supposed to be doing in the house. Like, for example, I make sure that the trash is out. I clean the dishes, obviously put them in the dishwasher, and also unload and offload them and put them in, like, you know, the places where they're supposed to be. I'm not even supposed to be doing this. So I'm not understanding, why am I doing this? Who is really supposed to be doing this? You understand? Because I know that I have to do everything child related, but as soon as I have to do things for you guys, like making sure that the dishes are washed and offloaded out of the dishwasher and also trash bin taken out, it becomes really hard for me, you understand? So who's supposed to be doing this? You understand? My question was very innocent, and I did not say it with attitude. I just said it the way I'm saying it right now. Like, I just feel like, you know. And I remember her looking at me and being like, I mean, you know, technically we want you to be like family. You know, what you do at home, you can also do it here because you're family. And she said that, you know what, and also, by the way, you live in our house for free, you eat for free, you bath for free, you use our electricity for free. If I wanted, then you would have to pay for the bill for, you know, the place that you stay at, and also for the water that you use, and also for the electricity that you use. So I'm not making you pay for none of that. And in my mind, I'm like, obviously I'm your guys' au pair. You know that you have to provide me with all of those services. Like, what do you mean? It doesn't make sense. I did not say that out loud. I felt hurt because I was just like, wow, this woman, really? Is that really what you had to say right now, you know? So basically all she said was like, yeah, because it's, you know, COVID, the woman that used to come and clean for us is not able to come because of COVID, so we have to do all the things ourselves, and we would appreciate if you also help, but I'm not getting paid for that. And I remember the first time that she paid me my stipend, she gave me $200, right? And I was like, oh, thank you so much, wada for this $200. As I'm thanking her, she's like, okay, she's smiling, she's like, okay, you're welcome. And once I was done, she was like, please pay me my $4 back.
What?
So this woman wants me to work so hard taking care of all of these 4 kids, and she just wants to pay the barest minimum that you could ever pay an au pair, which is 195 and 75 cents. That time you're taking care of 4 kids. That amount should have been for 1 kid, you understand? And I was like, whoa, this is crazy. So obviously when I got back home, I did have a few coins and I paid her back her $4. And she was like, okay, you got money, ne? And in my mind, I'm just like, really? But okay. I gave her $4 back. And that's what happened, right? And I knew in my heart of hearts that I really wanted to rematch with this family. But because, you know, when you come to America for the first time, you don't know people, you haven't made friends. And again, it was really hard because it was COVID, you understand? So you don't have friends, you don't go out, you just literally know the people that you live with. And you are not too knowledgeable about how things are done whenever you were to get into a rematch, you know. I did my research on certain things, but not really about rematch because I never thought I personally would get into rematch, to be honest. So I wasn't as knowledgeable as I had to be in terms of rematching. So I remember wanting to rematch but not having the courage because I kind of felt like I would probably be stranded if ever I thought about rematching, you know. Rematch was always on my mind, but I wasn't too vocal about it. Like, I wasn't vocal about the fact that I wanted a rematch. I did not even tell my LCC. I was just quiet and just praying to God, like, yo, God, this is how I'm feeling. I don't know if I should rematch or not, you know. But I also made a prayer that, Lord, please make these people rematch with me if it is your will. And they ended up doing that. I remember this one particular day whereby I was just looking at the pictures in the house, right? And as I was looking at the pictures in the house, I saw something peeking out on the corner of one particular picture. And as I looked at it up close, then I noticed that they have a camera in the house. When you guys are having a conversation with your potential au pair, it's important to be very open and honest about everything that is going on in the house. If you guys have cameras, just say it that, hey, we've got cameras in the house, and, you know, not to scare the person, but to just alert the person, because it's awkward. It's like I'm being watched without even knowing, you understand? So it was just so weird. And again, I come from a country whereby it's not a thing for people to have cameras in the house, to be quite honest. The only camera that you would have is probably in a baby's room. It's not a lot of people that have cameras like in babies' rooms to monitor the baby. It's not a lot of people. So it was just so weird for me because I'm just not used to people just having cameras in their house. And I noticed that it's a thing in America. Not a lot of, I mean, most people do, but not everybody does. You understand? So it was so weird. But I didn't talk to them about it, although it bothered me. I just kept quiet. I just wondered where other cameras are. You understand? So then it happened, and soon after that event, we were going to North Carolina. We went to North Carolina. We got a hotel that was like beachfront, and I remember we went to the beach, I think the following day after we got there, and it was just like for a few minutes, probably like 30 minutes, and then the rest of the time we were inside the hotel. And she would go out with the husband, you know, take walks, whatnot, but we were not allowed to go out, which was weird. I was just like, then what's the point of this vacation? We might as well just have stayed home, because we're technically just looking at people from the balcony having fun, and we're just chilling in the hotel, just looking at each other. Or I would just go to my room and just, you know, close myself in my room, and that's that, because I genuinely just like my own space. You understand? So I would separate myself from them and just chill in my room, and then go out and probably when I go eat or something. But I kind of feel like that bothered them, because I think their previous au pair would always hang out with the kids like all the time. They would watch cartoons together. I personally am not a huge fan of cartoons, so I mean, I would watch cartoons if maybe a kid is watching, and then I'll just watch a little bit, but like, it's not something that I would watch when I'm by myself. So I think they felt uncomfortable with the fact that I wouldn't spend too much time with the kids. When I'm done working, I'm done working, and they wanted me to be present all the time, even during my off time. And to me, it was not fair, because I mean, I need my own space. I need to watch things that I like. I like reality shows. I can't really watch a reality show with a kid, you understand? Because some of it's, you know, getting PG-13, so I can't really be watching that with a kid. So they, and again, you know, with a lot of families, they really like it when you hang out with their kids so much, that because they use it to their advantage. They're like, okay, she's hanging out with the kids, so technically you're working without realizing that you're working, you understand? So I really liked my own space. I really wanted to do my own things, and I think they were not really comfortable with that. So when we got home, it had not reflected that she paid me. So I said to her, hey, I would appreciate it if you sent me money. Could you please send me my money? And also, I just wanted to remind you of, you know, the amount for, you know, my school, whatnot, for my courses. And she was just like, we just got here. I understand. Right now, thinking about it, I'm just like, okay, Vitimela, you should have had timing, you understand? Because I mean, you guys just came back from a trip whereby they spent probably a lot of money, because it was I think it was 4 or 5 bedroom hotel, and you know, it was like a little house, because it had like a dining room area, sitting room area, and also like a kitchen, whatnot. So yeah, it was like a little penthouse ish. So you know, I had to understand the importance of timing. I should have understood the importance of timing, that hey bruh, you just spent lots of money somewhere, and now you're asking for your money immediately, you understand? Just let them breathe a little. So again, I did that. But with the money for school, I wasn't trying to say pay me now. I was just reminding them that hey, I was actually starting to think about, you know, taking classes. So I just wanted to remind you of that money, and that's it. But again, it includes, you know, the whole timing thing, that you should have had timing, Miguel. You can't just say things at a particular time you wanted to say them, you understand? You just gotta have timing and patience. So I did say that, and the woman just said, you know what, we just came back from the trip, what course do you want to do? And I was just like, well, I haven't decided yet. And she's like, you haven't even decided, right? So you just gotta wait, what. I can't remember what she said word for word, because it's a long time ago. It's 2020, guys. And I understood that. And then she was like, you know what, me and my husband are gonna go out for a drive, we'll be right back, can you take care of the kids for like 20 minutes or whatever? I did that, and then when I heard the garage opening coming, I went to my room because they were back. Yeah, well, I think that's what I did, or I can't remember, or I just stayed in my room and said, if you guys need anything, come to me. I can't remember what I did, but I think something along those lines. And I remember her knocking on my door, and I opened, and she entered. Then she said to me, her and the husband had a conversation, and they decided that, you know what, it'd be best if we part ways. And obviously I'm pretending, why? But in my heart of hearts, I'm just like, yes! Because I did pray about this and say to God, please make them tell me, it's chai, you understand? Because I do not have the courage to say it. So when she said it, I was just like, but I pretended like, oh my gosh. But at the same time, I was a little scared, because I was like, okay, what's gonna happen? What if they kick me out now? Where am I gonna go? What am I gonna do? You understand? So I was a little scared at the same time, but I was happy. So she was like, okay, no, we just feel like you were not comfortable, you know, actually going on this trip was a test for you. in my mind, I'm just like, why is this family always trying to test me in so many situations? Why would you say you are testing me? What are you testing me for? Because she even mentioned that, even with the interview, when they interviewed me when I was back at home, it was a test. It was like just a conversation. The first time we spoke, not the first time I really saw them on FaceTime, but it was more of like the first time we just spoke over the phone, it was a test. And this was, I don't know, probably my third test or my second test. I don't know, but I was just like, why are they testing me? By now they should be trusting me, you understand? So they're like, it was just a test just to see if you're gonna change, if you are gonna be, be comfortable around our kids, because we feel like you're not comfortable. And I'm just like, I am comfortable around your kids. It's just that your kids don't want to engage with me. Your kids don't want to have a conversation with me. So that's the only thing that's making it tricky. But I am truly comfortable with your kids. And she said that, well, on the trip it did not seem so. You were in your room for the most part, whatnot. And I was just like, I wasn't working, so obviously I gotta be in my room and do my own things because I'm not working at that time. So I gotta be in my room. And she was just like, yeah, but we're gonna speak to Layla, send her a message, and we'll discuss, the whole rematch thing. Great. And then we got to rematch. Obviously, rematch is where you guys talk, and then they ask, do you guys want to give each other 2 weeks before you make it official that you guys want to rematch? And she was just like, no, we don't want to do that whole 2 weeks thing. It's fine, we just want to rematch. Great. In my mind, I'm like, happy, let's go. And then we had to sign documents, just stating that, okay, it's a rematch, it's fine. We decided to go our separate ways and whatnot. Great. We did that. And then from that day or the second day, then she asked me, when do you think you're gonna leave? I'm like, okay, according to this contract, I can still live with you guys for 2 weeks and then leave. I asked her if she wanted me to work for 2 weeks. And she was just like, no, I don't want you to work for 2 weeks. I just want you to work for 3 days. And then that's it.
Hi everyone. I noticed as I was editing this video that it's very long, and therefore I decided that I'm going to upload one half on Monday and then the next half on a Friday. I hope that you enjoyed it by far, and stay tuned for the next video coming on Friday.
Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Tell your friends so they can tell their friends so we can all be friends. Again, never forget, appreciate your life, show gratitude at all times. God loves you and I love you, and I'll see you in my next video.